ये सबसे ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम करता है 12th के एग्जाम्स के लिए। तो न्यूटन्स मेकर फॉर्मूला के ज़रिए हम फोकल लेंथ निकालते हैं। तो मैं इसमें ट्रिक बता रही हूँ कि किस तरीके से कंसेप्ट बताने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ कि न्यूमेरिकल्स कैसे सॉल्व होते हैं। तो हमारे न्यूटन्स मेकर फॉर्मूला हमें पता है 1/8 इज इक्वल टू n माइनस 1 इन ब्रैकेट 1/r1 माइनस 1/r2। यहाँ f फोकल लेंथ हो गई, n रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स है, r और r2 रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर। रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर आप ऐसा समझ लीजिए जैसे ये मान लीजिए हमारा कोई भी लेंस है, तो इसमें इस तरफ का आउटर का एक रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर r1 हो गया, दूसरी तरफ का r2 हो गया। अब यहाँ से मैं एक कंसेप्ट उस पे जा रही हूँ कि अगर मान लीजिए कोई मेरे पास ऐसा लेंस है जिसमें ये हमारा देखिए कॉनकेव कॉन्वेक्सो लेंस है, तो इसमें मान लीजिए रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स इधर n1 है, यहाँ n2 है, यहाँ n3 है और वापस ये n1 है। अगर इस कॉन्वेक्स लेंस की हमारा रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर a है, इधर पर ये b है और ये आउटर एरिया में रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर 3 है, तो यानी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट मीडियम से अगर हमारी लाइट एंटर कर रही है जिसका अलग अलग रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स है, अलग अलग रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर है, तो हम कंबाइंड फोकल लेंथ किस तरीके से निकालेंगे। तो हमको इसमें एक चीज ये याद रखनी है कि जिस मीडियम में लाइट एंटर कर रही है उस वाली रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स में से जिस मीडियम से लाइट आ रही है उसको माइनस करना है। दूसरी बात, जो रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर जहां जिस मीडियम से लाइट एंटर कर रही है वो वाला रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर नीचे रखना है। यानी ओवरऑल मेरा मेन फॉर्मूला क्या होता है, 1 अपॉन फोकल लेंथ इज इक्वल टू n2 माइनस n1 अपॉन r। n2 minus n1 that is the difference of refractive indexes and r is radius of curvature of that lens। अब जैसे इसमें एक चीज और याद रखिएगा कि जैसे हमारा ये लेंस है, तो इसका जो फर्स्ट वाला आपका आएगा लेंस, उसका आप रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर पॉजिटिव रखोगे, फिर सेकंड वन वाला नेगेटिव, फिर थर्ड वन वाला फिर पॉजिटिव एंड इट गोज ऑन। तो ये कंसेप्ट है कि पहला वाला पॉजिटिव रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर आएगा, सेकंड वाला माइनस। यानी फॉर्मूले पे आप आ जाओ, कंसंट्रेट करो। तो कंबाइंड फोकल लेंथ इज इक्वल टू n2 माइनस n1 बाई a। फिर देखिए आप ये देखिए ये n2 में आ गई तो n2 माइनस n1 बाई a, ये रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर। नेक्स्ट देखिए अब लाइट यहाँ से यहाँ गई तो n3 माइनस n2 अपॉन ये b रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर, और यहाँ हम रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर b का साइन नेगेटिव लेंगे। आफ्टर दैट लाइट वापस आ रही है, मान लीजिए ये n4 मीडियम होता, मैंने n1 ले लिया क्योंकि ये वापस बाहर आ रही है, तो ये n1 माइनस n3 अपॉन c। तो ये मेरा एक कंसेप्चुअल मतलब बेस फॉर्मूला है जिसके ऊपर हमें काम करना है। और हमें पता है कि पावर और फोकल लेंथ में इनवर्स रिलेशन होती है, तो अगर कहीं पर क्वेश्चन में हमसे पावर पूछा जाएगा तो बस ये पावर लिख के ये हमारा फॉर्मूला हो गया। देखिए n2 मीडियम में से n1 घट रही है, a हो गया, फिर n3 में से n2 आ रही है, ये माइनस भी लेना है क्योंकि सेकेंड वाला कर्वेचर में रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर नेगेटिव लेना है। देन थर्ड अगेन वी टेक द पॉजिटिव दैट इज n1 माइनस n3 बाय c। तो दिस इज द मेन फॉर्मूला और इसके ऊपर हम नेक्स्ट में हम न्यूमेरिकल लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। आइए एक न्यूमेरिकल देख लेते हैं इसी से रिलेटेड। मान लीजिए कि अब हमारे सामने एक लेंस है जिसमें मैंने इसको कैटेगराइज कर दिया है कि मान लीजिए कोई रे ऑफ लाइट है, वो हवा से पहले ग्लास में जा रही है, फिर ग्लास से मान लीजिए किसी थर्ड मीडियम में जा रही है और फिर वापस वो एयर में निकल गई। तो हमें इस ऐसे प्रोसेस के दौरान कंबाइंड फोकल लेंथ इस लेंस की क्या होगी, रिजल्टेंट फोकल लेंथ। तो यहाँ पर एयर की रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स वी नो 1, मान लीजिए सेकंड मीडियम है जिसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1.5, मान लीजिए थर्ड मीडियम है जिसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1.6 एंड अगेन इट गोज आउट, तो वहाँ पे रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1 हो जाएगा। नाउ रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर फॉर फर्स्ट लेंस यहाँ वाला ये मान लीजिए 20 सेंटीमीटर है, फॉर सेकेंड लेंस इट इज 18 एंड फॉर थर्ड लेंस इट इज 40 सेंटीमीटर। नाउ वी हैव टू फाइंड द कंबाइंड फोकल लेंथ for this lens. We have the formula 1 upon f. Clear? अब हमें ये देखना है जिस मीडियम में लाइट जाएगी उसके रिफ्रैक्टिव मीडियम से, उसके रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स से जिस मीडियम से लाइट आ रही है उसके रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स को माइनस करना है। फर्स्ट केस देखिए हमारा रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1.5 है और एयर का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1, तो वी हैव रिटन 1.5 माइनस 1 और यहाँ पे रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर हमारा 20 है। नेक्स्ट देखिए इसके बाद ये एंटर कर रही है जिसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1.6 है और जहां से वो आ रही है वहां पे रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1.5 है, तो 1.6 माइनस 1.5, यहाँ पर अब रेडियस ऑफ जो कर्वेचर है वो 18 है, तो वी हैव टेकन माइनस 18। Now third one, it again goes into the air. That means 1 में से आप 1.6 घटाएंगे upon 40. And I know you all know calculations and you can solve. And ultimately we got the answer 0.004. And that is when it is 1 by f. Now when we do solve it, focal length हमें मिलेगी 225 सेंटीमीटर. मान लीजिए अगर हमें यहाँ पे पावर निकालना है तो we just take P is equal to 100 by f in dashes. So 100 upon 25 and we get the power of the combined lengths. Next एक क्वेश्चन मैं और ले रही हूँ. यहाँ पर आप देखिए एक बायोकॉन्वेक्स लेंस है, वो ग्लास का बना हुआ है जिसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1.5 है. उसकी रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर 25 सेंटीमीटर और 100 सेंटीमीटर दिए हुए हैं. अब हमें क्वेश्चन निकालना है व्हाट इज द फोकल लेंथ इन एयर. अभी हम सिर्फ इतना ले रहे हैं, आगे का नहीं ले रहे कि अब हमें फोकल लेंथ उसकी एयर में क्या होगी. तो अगेन वी हैव द सेम फार्मूला 1/f. तो अब वो लेंस का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स क्या है 1.5 और एयर का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 1. तो शीशे का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स हवा से शीशे में आ रही तो 1.5 minus 5 और पहला रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर कितना है 25. तो वी पुट 25. नाउ आफ्टर दैट आउटर साइड में फिर वो वापस एयर में गई तो 1 minus 1.5 और अब की रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर हमारा कितना है 100. वी पुट 100. So when we solve it, we get the focal length की value 40. Now this whole lens is put in now water. अब इसको हमने पानी में रख दिया. तब नई फोकल लेंथ क्या होगी. यहाँ पर एयर में ही था हमारा लेंस तो इसलिए हमने 1 by f लिया. लेकिन जब उस लेंस को उठाकर हम वाटर में रख देते हैं तो एक हमें वहां पे चेंज करना होगा कि रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स यहाँ ऊपर रखेंगे जिसमें हम रख रहे हैं. तो हमने इसे वाटर में इमर्ज किया है और रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स 4/3 है तो 4/3 f कर देंगे यहाँ पर. दूसरी चीज वो आपकी ग्लास से वाटर में जा रहा है तो आपने क्या किया ग्लास से आपने वाटर का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स माइनस किया अपॉन 25. नेक्स्ट वन फिर आपका वाटर से वापस ग्लास में एयर जा रही है तो 4/3 minus 3/2 और सेकेंड वाला आपका रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर है. देन you have to minus 100 and then again we solve one and got the answer focal length is equal to 160 सेंटीमीटर. मैंने सॉल्व नहीं किया है क्योंकि मैं इतना समझती हूँ कि आप 12th के स्टूडेंट हैं या कॉम्पिटिशन की तैयारी कर रहे हैं तभी आप इस टॉपिक को पढ़ेंगे देन यू कैन इजीली सॉल्व इट. तो यानी मेरा समराइज करके फॉर्मूला क्या आ रहा है n-f. मतलब n- क्या है कि जिस रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स में जिस मटेरियल मीडियम में हम रखते हैं उसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स अपॉन f. जिसमें जैसे ग्लास का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स था तो n minus n dash अपॉन प्लस r प्लस n dash minus n अपॉन माइनस r. तो मेरे ख्याल से आपको हेल्प हो जाएगी और जब आप फोकल लेंथ निकाल लेंगे तो वहां से आप इन्वर्स करके अगर सेंटीमीटर में तो 100 by f करके आप आराम से पावर निकाल लेंगे. एक चीज आपको और बता दें याद करने के लिए हमारे ज्यादातर दो लेंस होते हैं कॉन्वेक्स लेंस या कॉनकेव लेंस. मैं याद करने की ट्रिक बता रही हूँ. कॉन्वेक्स लेंस में पीछे x आता है तो फोकल लेंथ उसकी पॉजिटिव होगी x यानी प्लस. ऐसे आप याद कर सकते हो. तो कॉन्वेक्स लेंस की फोकल लेंथ पॉजिटिव हो जाएगी और कॉनकेव की फिर नेगेटिव हो जाएगी. यूं तो आपको पता ही है कि आपको हमेशा नेगेटिव लेना है एंड फिर हम सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. तो इस तरीके से आप इसको ट्राई कर सकते हैं. तो अगेन मैं दोबारा बता रही हूँ ये आपका एक फॉर्मूला मैंने बताया और एक फॉर्मूला आपका ये बन रहा है 1 for the wave, firstly we know y is equal to sine 2 pi t over p plus phi. Okay, where phi is the phase difference. Here, so in this form we have the equation of the wave, and where a is the amplitude and y is the displacement. Now If the displacement is 5 meters, that means the value for y is 5 meters, and here we have 10 sine 2 pi when it is the 5 meters, when t is equals to 0. That means we multiply it with the 0 plus in place of this we have alpha. Okay. So we have 5 is equal to 10 sine alpha, because this all becomes 0. So sine alpha is equals to 1 over 2. So when sine alpha is 1 over 2, we have sine alpha 1 over 2 at 30 degrees. So alpha is equal to pi over 6. Okay. Now we have to find the total phase if time is equal to 7.5 seconds. That means we have to find the phase at 7.5 seconds. So in place of the small t, we write the value of 7.5. So I am writing here. So we have total phase is equals to 2 pi into 7.5 over, we have here 45 plus, what is the value of alpha we got? Pi by 6. We just put it here. Now just divide it. It comes 0. 15 5 is 75, 15 3 is 45, 5 6 is 30, and 2 3 is 6. So we have pi over 3 plus pi over 6. When we solve this, we got 6 and 3 pi over 6. Then ultimately we got pi by 2. So the total phase in this equation at time to 7.5 seconds, we have pi by 2. Clear? Now I am just wrote it down, then I will take another question. Now we are going to learn the next question from the wave optics, and the question is like this, and in this question we have to find the velocity of the wave. Okay, so formula for velocity of the wave is equals to omega by k. Clear? Omega by k. Now how will we find the value of omega and value of k? We have the standard equation y is equal to a sine omega t plus kx. Clear? So the value with small t is omega and the value with x is value of k. Now comparing this with the standard equation. So we have the equation y is equal to 4 sine, we multiply it inside, so it cuts down, it becomes 4 pi minus pi x over 60. Yeah. Now we are going to find the velocity of the wave. From here we observe that value of omega is 4 pi. That is, the value of omega is 4 pi. Now comparing here, value of k is minus pi by 60. Minus pi by 60. Yeah? Now it's so easy. That means we just know what is the velocity of wave, the formula for that. So the velocity of wave is 4 pi over minus pi into 60. So we have minus 64 meter per second. What does the minus sign indicates? The minus sign indicates that the velocity of the wave is 64 meter per second in negative of the x direction. Yeah? Okay. The next question now. Next question is on your blackboard. Now you can see there's another equation of the wave, and the question here is find the maximum velocity of wave. In the previous question, the question asked find the velocity of wave, and here the question is about find the maximum velocity of wave. These are not same, there's a little bit difference in the formula. For maximum velocity of wave, the formula is A omega. Clear? You can also write it as A omega, where A is the amplitude of the wave, okay, and omega is the angular velocity, as you know. Now we just compare it with the standard form of equation. I'll just write over here y is equal to 5 sine p over 0.04 minus x upon 4. Clear? So when we compare it, we have a sine omega t over t plus the omega t to pi over t, then kx. Clear? So the value for omega is 1 upon 0.04 and value for a is 5. 1 upon 0.04. So the maximum velocity is 5 into 0.04. So when it goes over here, we have 25 over there, and we have 125 meter per second. Clear? Just note it down. In the next question I will take. Now see the next question. This is the equation of the wave. We have to find ratio of wave velocity and maximum particle velocity. Now we have to find the ratio. And here it is given that maximum particle velocity. So formula for wave velocity is omega by t. For maximum velocity, a omega, and for maximum particle velocity, it is also equal to a omega. So don't be confused in these terms. Clear? I think now you can solve this question, but I will solve it for you. Now, we are just comparing the given wave equation with the standard wave equation. Now we have the equation y is equal to 4 sine 4 pi t minus 0.04 plus pi over 3. When comparing with the standard equation, we have a sine omega t kx plus pi by 3. Clear? So, from comparing, we got value of a is 4, omega is 4 pi, and value of k is 0.04. Clear? Now, the ratio is wave velocity to maximum wave velocity. So wave velocity is omega by k over a omega. Clear? So we have omega by k, a omega. Omega gets cancelled. So we have 1 over ka. That means value of k is 0.04 into 4. 00 gets 100 over 16. 4 2s are 8, 4 5s are 20, 4 4 is 16. That means ratio is 25 over 4. Clear? If you solve it properly, then we have omega by k. That means 4 pi over 0.04. Now value of a is 4. And again value of omega is 4 pi. So the same answer we have. That means in this way ratio between wave velocity and maximum particle velocity. Clear? Now I am going to take another question. Just note down the formulas for that. Now watch the next question on your screen. You can see here it is given that the frequency of the twinning fork having amplitude 1 centimeter is 250 Hz. Find the maximum velocity of the wave. Now in this question there is no equation of the wave but only data are given. Their amplitude is 1 centimeter and frequency is 250 Hz. So it is in Hertz, so this is equal to n. Clear? Now we know omega is equals to 2 pi n. So find out the angular frequency. We have 250 into 2 pi, which is equal to 500 pi. Now maximum velocity. The formula for maximum velocity is a omega. So we multiply with 500 pi with 1 centimeter. So 1 centimeter we convert this into meters. So we have 5 pi meter, or we can also write 500 pi centimeter as we like. Okay. In this way we do the different types of questions related with maximum velocity and wave velocity. Now note it down. Observe the second question on your screen. There are two equations of wave and we have to find the phase difference between two waves. Now I am proceeding towards the topic of the phase difference. Phase difference means sign. Okay. Now the equations, standard equation for the wave is A sine omega t plus kx plus phi, where phi is the phase difference. In this way, now we have two equations. But here in one equation we have A sine omega t, and in another equation we have cos. The wave equation is in form of cos, and there is no phi. There is no nothing the value of the phi. So we just write the second equation in the form of y by just, as we know, sine is equal to cos pi by 2 plus theta. Sine theta is equal to. By using this formula, we change this equation of cos into sine in this way. A sine omega t plus kx plus pi by 2. Okay, pi by 2 plus theta. Then cos changes into sine. Now, comparing two equations, this is y1, y2, and y1 equation is A sine omega t plus kx plus 0.57. So we have to find the phase difference between two waves. That means we have to make a difference of these. So just solve pi by 2 minus 0.57. Now what is the value of pi? It is 3.14 over 2 minus 0.52. We have 2 ones are 2, 1 3, 2 5s are 10, 2 7s are 14, minus 0.52. So there is approximately of phase difference of 1 radian. Clear? So in this way, we can find out the phase difference between the two waves. Just write down the question. The next topic of the wave optics is the relationship between phase difference and the path difference. And the formula which relates both of them is phase difference is equal to path difference into 2 pi by lambda. That means phase difference delta phi is equal to path difference delta x into 2 pi by lambda. Just remember this formula because this formula is very important. phase difference between two waves is 60 degree. Find the path difference. Now this is phase difference. So when we write the phase difference 60 degree, we change it into pi by putting pi over 180 is equals to, this is the path difference, 2 pi over lambda. Clear? Now it cut down, it becomes 3. So we have pi by 3 is equal to delta x 2 pi over lambda. Pi got cancelled, so delta x is equal to pi lambda over 6. In this way, if phase difference is given, we can easily find the path, and if the path difference is given, we can easily find the phase difference. Now I am proceeding to the next question. Now I am going to take another question having the relation of phase difference, etc. Now this is given the wave equation, and we have to find what will be the minimum distance between the two particles if the phase difference is pi by 2. Just remember one thing, when we have to find the minimum distance between two particles, we have to find the path difference. We have to find path difference. One thing must be clear in your mind. Okay? Now, for the formula, we have given you phase difference is equal to path difference into 2 pi over lambda. This is the formula. Note it down. This is very useful formula. Just remember, phase, path, 2 pi over lambda. We have 360 degree angle, 2 pi over lambda. Clear? Now in this formula, phase difference it is given pi by 2. Path difference we have to find 2 pi, this is the constant quantity, and the lambda. That means we have to find lambda from the wave equation and put the value of lambda here. And the value of lambda can be get from this part of the equation. Okay? Because this represents the kx. So value of kx is equal to 0.02x. That means value of k is equal to 0.02. Value of k is 2 pi over lambda is equal to 0.02 pi. Sorry, that is also pi here. Why we have pi here? Because the pi gets multiplied inside. Okay? So it is also pi. Now pi get cancelled. So value for lambda is equal to 2 over 0.02. So we have lambda is equals to 100 meters. Clear? Now we can easily find out the path difference by putting the values in the above equations. Now put the values. Phase difference it is given pi by 2. Path difference we have to find out, and it is 2 pi over 100. Pi get cancelled. So delta x is equals to 100 over 4, and we have 25 meters. Clear? In this way we can easily find out the path difference and phase difference. So this is the relation between phase difference and path difference. Please note it down because it is very useful in calculating most of the questions. Okay? Now see this question also. Actually we have to take this question earlier with the previous question, but I am taking this also. This is the equation of the wave, and you have to find the wavelength of the wave. Okay? So equation of the wave is 20 cos pi 50t minus s. Now compare with the standard form equation of the wave, that is a, it can be cos omega t plus kx. Okay? Now the variable having t, it is omega, and variable having x, it is k. Clear? And formula for k is 2 pi over lambda. Just remember this one also. Clear? So after comparing it, we get y is equal to 20. Just multiply it by pi. Inside we have cos 50 pi t minus pi x. Clear? So value of k is equal to minus pi. That means 2 pi over lambda is equal to minus pi. It get cancelled. So In this way, we find the wavelength of the wave. Clear? And for example, if we here we want to find the value of omega, and what is the value of omega? We compare with it. Omega is equals to 50 pi. Clear? So the value of omega is 50 pi. If in the question it is given, find the frequency. Frequency means n. Clear? So for that, omega is equal to 2 pi n. So put 2 pi n is equal to 50 pi. Pi get cancelled. N is equal to 25. So this is the frequency. And for example, if in the same equation, if it is asked, find the time period. Find the time period. Okay. Now for the time period, we have n is equal to 1 over t, or t is equal to 1 over n. So we find n is 125, so we have 1 over 25. That means 0.04 seconds. So in this way, we can find the value of wavelength, we can find the value of angular frequency, we can find the value of frequency, and we can find the value of time period from the wave equation. I think the concepts must be clear to you, and I'm going to take some more examples. Now watch the next question. It is given there is a wave equation, this one, and find the distance traveled by wave in 8 seconds. How we do that? Find the distance traveled by wave in 8 seconds. Now just examine the given equation. Just multiply pi and leave inside pi t over 2 minus pi x upon 4. Okay. Now comparing it, we have omega is equal to pi by 2 and k is equal to minus pi by 4. Now find the wave speed. Wave speed. I tell you the formula for that is omega by k. So we have pi by 2 over pi by 4. So we have 2 meter per second. Now we know the old formula. Speed is equal to distance over time. Actually formulas are so simple, but we get confused in the wave velocity. So wave speed is 2 meter and we have to find the distance. We have to find this distance. It's simple now. And the time is given is 8 seconds. So distance traveled by wave in 8 seconds is equal to 16 meter. Clear? Now simple. I'm just proceeding to another question. Write it down. Now the next question. There is a wave equation and we have to find the phase difference between x is equal to 3 meter and x is equal to 3.5 meter. That means wave travels from 3 meters to 3.5 meters. And during that movement we have to find the phase difference. Because this is the difference between path. So we just use the formula phase difference is equal to path difference into 2 pi over lambda. That means delta phi is equal to delta x dot 2 pi over lambda. Now delta x, that is difference in the path. So what is the difference between the path? That is delta x. It can be calculated simply by subtracting these two values and we have 0.5 meter, the value of x. Clear? Now value of lambda, we can find it with the help of x. It is pi over here, so multiply both equation. So y is equal to 0.1 sine pi x minus 330 pi t plus 2 by 3 pi. Clear? So comparing it with, we have k is equal to pi, that means 2 pi over lambda is equal to pi, it can cancel. So value of lambda is equal to 2. Clear? So put the value of lambda in the equation. We got the phase difference, lambda is equal to 2. Clear? So the phase difference is 0.5 into 2 pi over 2. It can cancel. Value of phase difference is 0.5 pi, or we can say that pi this way, these questions can be solved. Similarly, I am going to take one more question regarding that concept. See on the blackboard, there is an equation of the wave. Find the phase difference if the two particles are 25 meter apart. That is, again, this is the path difference. Delta x is equal to 25 meter. Clear? And we have to find the phase difference. That means delta psi is equal to delta x 2 pi over lambda. So we again have to find the value of lambda from the equation, and from that we just take the part pi into that one. Okay? So k is equal to 0.01 pi, which is equal to 2 pi over lambda, 0.01 pi. Pi get cancelled. So value of lambda is equal to 2 upon 0.01. So we have 200 meters. Now we have to find the value of phase difference. Here, so we have 200 meters. So here we have 25 into 2 pi over 200 meters. 25 fours are 100, and this is 100, and 25 fours are 100. So phase difference is pi by. Here, I think you got the concept. All the questions are just moving around this formula and wave speed and wave velocity. If you have clear concept of these formulas, you can solve any type of the question of the wave. Now there's another question of the waves. That is y is equal to a sin omega t and y is equal to a sin omega t plus pi by 2. And we have to find the resultant amplitude. That means when the two waves get superimposed upon each other, so their amplitude gets changed and we have to find the resultant amplitude of that wave. Okay? For that, we just see the phase difference between the two waves is pi by 2. Clear? And amplitude of the first wave is A, and amplitude of second wave is also A. So resultant amplitude is equal to amplitude of first wave square, amplitude of second wave square, plus 2 times amplitude of first, amplitude of second, cos of pi by 2. But as we know, cos 90 degree is equal to 0 degree, so we have 2a square. So resultant amplitude is under root 2a. So this is the method by which we can find out the resultant amplitude. For example, if the question is like this, omega t minus beta 1 and omega t plus beta, minus beta, and we have to find the resultant amplitude. We do the same thing, but for the phase difference, we find with the help of, that is, phase difference is equal to minus beta 2 minus beta 1. That means we have phase difference beta 1 minus beta 2. So we put here, our resultant amplitude becomes in this way, 2a square plus 2a square cos of beta 1 minus beta 2. So we take the common, 2a square 1 plus cos beta 1 minus beta 2. Let's get under root, and 2 must be here, and it becomes 8. So in this way, the formula for resultant amplitude, we just square the